Saving up enough money to actually build a full-on oil tanker in Stormworks Hardcore Career Mode is a challenging thing to do. Maybe we need to sell fish, but maybe not. Anyway, today we're gonna go ahead and try and make enough money to add to our tanker and possibly start our tanker journey. Welcome to episode 5 of Stormworks Hardcore Career. In case you guys didn't see the previous video, this right here is the tanker. We haven't really done anything on the exterior, but the interior does actually have some tanks in it that is able to transport cargo if we need it to. We also have a bed inside, and this right here is the bridge. Honestly, it's looking pretty good. So, starting out on the grind then, we have ourselves our seaplane, as you guys can see, and we have a mission to do. We actually have to fly all the way down to the Coast Guard Outpost TT, because there is a fire there. I can't actually get the mission up, but there's a fire there. There's no reports currently of casualties, but I would imagine there are some. So, let's jump in. Let's go ahead and set ourselves a waypoint. There we go, shove that straight in there. The altitude we'll fly at is 155, that's what I always go for. Let's turn on the engines, get ourselves in the sky, and get over there. Come on, let's go. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just pitch this in, there we go, very good. And take off, please. Excellent, alright, altitude hold on, auto pilto on, navigation lights, excellent, run our way. That looks like the island we need to be landing at, and indeed it is. So apparently, the guys are going to be up in the tower over there. So let's just go ahead and land. Hopefully not crash, and it'll be fine. So, oh yeah, what's quite nice for us right now is that the wind is actually behind us. It's not nice for landing in this sort of direction. However, taking off should be relatively easy. Also, whoa! Also, when we are landed, we should be able to turn ourselves around really quickly, and then getting out of here should be relatively easy too. Extinguish all fires and rescue 4 guys to the hospital. Okay. Oh boy, the tower is actually on fire. Wait, that was it? Alright, that was pretty easy. I don't know where the guys are gonna be though. Are they at the top? Oh, found one. Okay, safety officer, you didn't do a good job. And here are the other 3. Let me go grab that guy back there really quickly. Here we go. Here's the manager. Oh, I've got to have words with you as well. Okay. Follow me, and follow me. Okay. Come on, everybody. Let's go. And here we go. Delivery time. In we get. Nice. Yes. Like 3 grand for each of them. That's a lot of money. I'm out of here. I've been reading your comments over the last few videos, and a few of you guys wanted to name the fish Mac the mackerel. And to be honest, that is a good name for Mac the mackerel, but I was thinking of kind of letting Mac go. So if you guys want to see Mac go swimming again, let me know in the comments. I completely forgot how risky it is to leave this plane in wavy water. I did see a few waves come over the top, but unfortunately, I don't actually see any water in here. Oh, I guess that is fortunate. Oh, there you go, see? I guess that is fortunate. Anyway, we should take off and get out of here before it does actually sink, because that would be pretty bad, I feel. Here we go. Straight in the air. Excellent. I have an idea for this trailer right here. It has to go to Terminal Komodo, which, if you look at a map, is here. And if you want to get there, well, you've got to go all the way from here, which is where our base is, right there, across here, across the bridges, across this bridge, all the way over to here. Now, I've got an interesting way of doing that, so let's give it a go. Okay, this right here is, of course, our Unimog. We're going to go ahead and modify this thing really quickly by deleting the wheels. I know that seems like an insane thing to be doing, but that is what we're doing. We're then going to chuck these guys on both sides. We're going to go to wheels themselves. We're going to go to the 5x5 ones, chuck those actually on the back, kind of like this. And then we're going to go ahead and make them dualies, because I completely forgot that was a thing. We're going to make them the same size as this one, which I believe are a tiny bit bigger. There we go, tiny bit bigger and tiny bit bigger. And we're going to make them high grip and high grip as well. So now when I spawn this in, what does it look like? Interesting. The other thing we're going to do, which is really, really bizarre, is not this. We're not actually going to use those. However, this right here is something that we might use. So I need this to go here to be able to be lifted up and pushed back down. So I think if I delete these guys right here like this, we go to tracks. Yes. We grab these guys, we shove them on here like this. Excellent. I don't know whether I can attach it straight to the bottom of there. I'm gonna quickly flip these so they're pointing downwards instead. And then if I go to wheels again, we might be able to get these on there. I guess I'm gonna have to actually attach these together real quick. Okay, merge that with that. Shove one of these guys right in the center and shove the smallest train wheels we've got right there. Okay, so far, so good. Yeah, so far so good. We're gonna go ahead and check those guys on there. Excellent. And then if I need to raise this up, which I do, we need some more track pieces. Yes, we need these. Okay, so 1 and 2. I'm going to delete these guys. I know it's not great to do that, but it's fine. We're going to add a connector onto there. Alright, cool. And we're going to add a connector onto here. And hopefully that will allow both of those guys to attach together, I think. If you guys are enjoying the videos and you're enjoying this series, please leave a like on the video down below and let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Also, bit of a spoiler for later, I built this thing. Aha, so I thought this could be an issue. Sometimes when you lower just one set of train tracks down, or train wheels down, you don't really get full control over it and it just sort of skids about. Although right now it seems to be working fine. Interesting. Let's just go ahead and test it. We'll drive it around a little bit. I think it might actually work. Yeah. Okay, on the edges, that seems to work out fine. If this actually works, I'm going to be super happy. I don't know how it's going to react when I shove it in reverse, but we're going to have to reverse from like here. So press 2, reverse backwards. Here we go. Oh, that's going off to one side, whereas it shouldn't be. Okay, hopefully this is fine. Reversing backwards ain't great. This is actually pretty bad, but just keep it up, keep it going. You know what, actually, no, reversing backwards doesn't need to matter. Press 3. Aha! Yes! Raise this up, and just continue backwards. Because now we can drive it like an actual car. Ooh, this is weird. I'm loving it. Unfortunately for me, though, the train wheels on the front seem to be causing a bit of an issue. They're very heavy, so actually steering this feels awful. It feels so bad, but, you know, if the entire thing works in the end, that's all that really matters to me. Do we even fit underneath here still? Hopefully we do. Come on. Yes. All right, okay. Now, we lower this down. We press 3. It connects on. And now we drive forwards. Yes. Oh, that is totally going to work. Okay. Okay, problem. It's a big problem. We're currently facing the wrong way. So we need to turn around and go the other way. Never mind, that is not actually true. So lower it back down. Turn it back on. It's connected. Drive forwards. That would be great. And off we go! I don't know, this feels very wrong to me. This feels extremely wrong. Alright, just throttle up, and off we go. Okay, hopefully we go right here. We do. It's working. It's actually working. Never mind, it's no longer working! No longer working! It just exploded on me! Ah... It was fully gonna work, I swear! I think we fixed it. We added a thing to the back that allows us to go as well. The thing is with this is we're actually going extremely slowly, and the fuel is going down a little bit, but the main problem is the battery's going down. So I'm hoping we can make it without the battery hitting 0. I don't know if that's going to be the case. So I did say I would try not to record at nighttime, but we have arrived at nighttime. It has done 2 cycles, I believe. So it's been day, then night, then day, then night, and yeah, we're on the 2nd night, I believe. So what we're going to do right now is get over there. We're going to disconnect from the rails, and we're going to deliver it to wherever it needs delivering to. Now, that's kind of an interesting thing. We also need to get this truck home at some point. It does need some modifying. We've been going about 8 meters per second the entire way, and that is a pain in the butt. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention is the trailer behind us obviously had a time limit. I don't know if I've met that time limit or not. Anywho, let's go ahead and press 3, which... Oh, are you serious? Okay, press 3, which disconnects us from the tracks. And then if we drive forwards... Yep, we should. Oh, I swear, if this gets stuck now... Okay, we're having some troubles. Come on, power! Alright, what's actually stuck here? Oh, we are in a... Oh, we're in a ditch. Alright, that's not what I wanted to happen today. Reverse. Reverse. Hopefully the tsunami doesn't get us or whatever that is. Come on. Power! Yep. Alright, it's doing it. It's doing it. We're going... Oh! I've accidentally destroyed something. It's fine. Okay, drive forwards now. And... we're good. Alright, it actually... Oh. I don't know if we are good. We're sort of drifting sideways. Okay, this is not the greatest. I just need to deliver it, that's all. I am hoping so much that I can deliver it right here, but it doesn't appear to be the case. I'm trying so hard. Come on. Come on, just drive forwards a little bit more. Maybe it'll deliver here. I wonder if it's actually already expired. Let me check. No, 6 minutes. 5 minutes. I've got time. I actually have time. But I need to deliver it to the right place. Press 2, reverse. Oh, come on. It's like glitched out a little bit on me. Please, drive to the right. Ah, maybe if I disconnect it, maybe that'll give us a chance. I kind of don't think so, though. I can't even disconnect it. I swear, if I've driven all the way here, and it's not going to work at this precise moment, I'm so upset. I'm going to be so upset. Alright, just disconnect it. Come on. There it is. Disconnected. Nice. Alright, reverse out. That's fine. No. Reverse. Okay. Keep reversing. It's twisting us around. That's okay. We've accidentally reconnected. I think I need to deliver it to there. Just saying, by the way, this definitely was not worth doing. There we go, $7,601. Yikes. I would normally say I'm going to check where these ones need to go, but to be honest, I really don't want to do any more delivering. This one goes to the coal mine, which is actually pretty close to our base. If I wanted to, we could drive it all the way back to here. No, wait, actually, Arnold. Where is the Arnold quarry? Oh, no. That's not where it is. I can't remember where the Arnold quarry is. Oh, wait, hang on. Is that this one? Dunk Coal Mines Arnold Quarry. So it's actually all the way on the Isle of Donk. That's not too far away. I'm still not doing it, though. And where's this one going? This one goes to... Yes, this one goes to the quarry back near our base. I'm not doing either of these. Alright, well, since we're not doing anything else here, I'm gonna start traveling home. The issue that I have here is we might run out of fuel. We're going a hell of a lot quicker than we were before, but we still might run out of fuel. Just maybe, that will actually have some fuel for us. If we can steal some fuel from here, then we can make it home, and I'm gonna be super happy. Oh, you know what? Tell a lie. There doesn't appear to be anywhere here where we can actually get diesel from, so we're stuck. Yeah, we're actually stuck. I thought there might be diesel here, but no. So we're just gonna have to try and drive back as much as we can, and maybe we can get to here, but the likelihood is not really. So we might have to get a tow truck again. I don't know how we're still going. I guess it has like a little bit more fuel than it sort of suggests. That's okay. Right, so we've actually made it all the way to the fuel. That is insane. I know this part is a little bit tricky to see, but you should be able to see diesel written right there and pumping out written right there. We're filling up the truck, which is right there, and Yeah, we'll just fill it all the way up. Guys, we haven't done enough building yet, so we're actually going to be designing and building another brand new boat. I know that seems absolutely insane considering we are in the middle of a boat build, but this one should hopefully be a little bit cheaper. So, let's get to it. So, the boat that we are going to be starting the build of today is actually going to be a tugboat. So, let's go ahead and get ourselves a winch, and I guess we can design the rest of the boat around that. We're going to go ahead and just shove it in there in this color, I guess. A bit weird, I know. But we'll put that in there like that. That's pretty good. Delete this guy on the bottom, and then we can build the rest of the boat around that. At least I hope so, anyway. Okay, so on either side of that, we're going to go ahead and have a little bit of room for some smokestacks. We'll go ahead and build those guys up there kind of like this. And I guess we'll go ahead and build some of these guys up here kind of like that. There we go. Alright, good way to start. We're then going to shove a door, or at least a little bit of room for a door, on this side right here like this. We're then going to go at the edge of that. There we go. I'm just trying to figure out how wide this thing actually needs to be. Yeah, it's interesting. Alright, that goes there. Excellent. Chuck that guy across there. Shove that guy into here. Do this. Do that. There we go. So far, so good. Alright, so what I think we do now is we actually bring this guy a little bit this way. We shove that guy up there, and we should probably just seal this bit off on this side. So far, that's pretty good. We are going to need a rear deck on this thing, so let's go ahead and make that around 15 meters long. There we go. And then we can just attach all these guys onto here like this. That is a really long back end. That's a crazy long back end. I've deleted 5 meters off the back because I feel like that makes sense. I've never really built a boat this way before, but we're starting obviously with the deck, which is a little bit weird. I'm going to go ahead and bring this guy this way. We're going to delete that little bit right there. And I feel like this looks alright. It looks pretty good. I do think we should try and like angle this bit down so that it does come down here, but I don't know how to feel about that just yet. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Alright, that looks pretty good, actually. And then maybe we can just go with this coming down. I'm just going to go ahead and bring that down to there. And I don't know whether we seal this or not. Maybe we do. Sure, we'll go with that for now. Okay, we've gone 5 meters forwards from there, which brings us to here, and then we need to sort of build around the outside. So, to begin with, we're going to go with, like, a few of these. I don't know whether to go with just, like, 2... Actually, we'll go with 3. There we go, 3 of those. We're then going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. That's crazy. Actually, delete a few of those. And then do this. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. And then maybe just like 1 or 2 of these? I don't know, is that too weird? Too crazy? I don't even know. But maybe. There we go. Alright, attach these guys together in the center. That looks pretty awesome. I don't know whether it'll look weird or not, but rounding this off like this might be really strange, but also we might get a really cool looking boat out of it. I don't know. So let's just chuck it all in and we'll see what it ends up looking like. There we go. Shove that guy onto there. Excellent. And I don't know whether we do this or we do it slightly differently. I'm not sure just yet. But what I think we do from there is we delete these guys. We grab one of these. We chuck it on there like this. Here we go. And we send that forwards just like so. Yeah, I think in the long run, this might actually end up looking really good. Okay, shove this guy into here next. That's all cool. We'll grab this guy. We'll shove this guy into here as well. There we go. And then obviously we got to do these guys going across the front. There we go. All right, shove these guys into there. Awesome. I mean, it does look pretty weird, but we'll see. Okay, so obviously this is the top of the boat. Now we need to try and design the bottom. I don't know how this is going to go, but essentially I'm just going to go ahead and zoom this down, just like this, and we're going to do what we've done on the top, on the bottom, but we are going to do an extra layer, which should end up making it look way nicer. We'll have to wait and see, but there we go. Shove that guy onto there, shove this guy onto the back of here, there we go, and yeah, I feel like this will work. It's a chunker. It is actually very much a chunky boat. I don't know how to feel about it just yet. I need to do the stern a little bit better than this, because currently it is just a box. I kind of want it to come up from the bottom and actually look really nice. So that's what I'm going to try and design right now. Okay, I've done it. There we go. So I had to make the side a lot more flat, but again, that's probably okay. So if we spawn this in, we're going to have some troubles anyway. It's going to, like, be really, really high in the water. That's all right, because eventually we will add weight and it will go lower. What I want to do is add a bit of a water line on this. So let's go ahead and try and get the colors we want to use. So let's just jug in. Maybe not jug. Let's go ahead and do the water line really quickly with this. It's going to be the bottom line of the flat area on the front, and it'll go all the way around there just like that. On the underside, we always go with red, so we might as well just do that again. There we go. All the way around there, all the way around the front. Excellent. And that looks pretty good so far. Yes. Then for the color of this bit, I don't really know what I want to do. I actually really like this color for it, but we might end up changing it. Currently, though, we're going to go with peach. I have a little bit of painting later, and honestly, yeah, I think we can go with this. We might be able to actually drag things onto the back of the ship. That's kind of what this thing's for. I need to figure out where the engines can actually go in this thing as well, probably very central. And then we need to add an actual bridge onto this as well. There's quite a lot that we need to do, so I guess let's just continue. Okay, don't know what to do here in terms of what I want this bit to look like, but I want a bit of a wall going around the top side, so I guess I'm just going to go ahead and do something along the lines of this. There we go. And then I guess I'm going to just do these guys as well, obviously. There we go. Do this one going back over. Yep, and this one right here. Okay. I think that's fine, maybe. And then I want to obviously raise it up a little bit so that we can have some holes underneath. Yes. So, grab each of these. From there to there, all the way out to here. If we copy it, we paste it above. We merge that together. And then we delete some of these pieces. So we'll go with 1, 2, 3 right there. 1, 2, 3 right here. Then it's obviously going to be 4. It's going to be 4. There we go. And we'll do those right there. Okay, do I want to do this one as well? Maybe. Yeah, sure, why not? I kind of feel like it's a little bit too, like, short and stubby. However, I kind of feel that way very much, like, all the time, with tugboats and stuff like that. I actually just prefer longer-looking boats. I think, like, skinnier, longer-looking boats look better, in my opinion. But, I think we're going to go ahead and stay with the stubby one. What I'm going to do now is actually add a bit of a ramp right here so that we can pull things onto the deck. And we're going to start building the bridge as well, because that kind of needs to happen soon. Okay, well, waterline is, like, here. So actually, I kind of feel like we should move this down. And I'm going to move it down quite a bit, all the way down to here. Yeah, I feel like that will actually make the entire ship look a little bit nicer as well. So let's just send this all the way around, hopefully. There we go. And then we can change it up. So paint that, paint this, paint this, paint this, paint this. All the way around. And hopefully that will look nicer. And in fact, I do feel like it does already. Alright, I feel like that'll do. I've added a bit of a ramp to the back end. And yeah, the ramp will be fine, right? I think that looks okay. And it'll allow us to actually drag things up from the sea, which is pretty good, maybe. Anyway, what we need to do now is build the bridge, and the bridge is going to be a little bit tricky, I think. A little bit tricky, I think. I kind of want to leave a bit of a gap back here, so what I'm going to do really quickly is add some railings. We're just going to go ahead and chuck a railing end. We're going to do it in this color. Railing end right here like this. We're going to add these guys in the center, and I'm just going to attach these guys together like this. There we go. What we're going to do then is actually start building the bridge, which is going to go, I guess, like here-ish. And it's going to be a bit of a box to begin with, I guess. There we go. It's a bit tiny, that. I feel like it needs to be a bit wider. So let's bring it out to there instead. Send it this way. And maybe that'll be fine. That looks a bit better. You know what, actually, before we do the bridge, how about we grab this piece down here real quick. We'll grab it all the way up to there real quick as well. Send it all the way to the back, all the way to the other side. And I guess all the way down. It already is all the way down. We're going to go ahead and cut this. We're going to move it out by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think? I don't know. Is that correct? Maybe that's correct. Maybe it's not. Anyway, what we do from there is we then grab 10 on this side, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Well, I knew that before doing that, but that's fine. Go down here, go ahead and copy this, send it this way, paste it in right there, merge this with this, this with this, and then I might actually... Oh, we need to put this in. There we go. I might actually move this backwards a little bit to, like, here instead. Oh, yeah, I think I much prefer that, actually, because then we have a little bit more of a room inside where we could put maybe a bed or something like that. And then we've obviously got the room for the bridge right there. That's pretty cool looking. Alright, so what do you guys think if we do it like this? I need to paint that bit real quick. We sort of need to do a bit of an interior in here, at least a floor, so let's go ahead and shove that in next. I'm actually going to do that all the way around, except I need to delete every bit of this so that it actually fits in there, because if it doesn't fit, then what's the point? There we go, all the way backwards. Excellent. Okay, so far so good. Trying to add random details to this is always a pain in the butt, but I think that looks pretty good. We've now got ladders on the back that allow us to go from the deck up to where the bridge is going to be, which is just there. And I think that'll be pretty awesome. Yeah, so we can drag things onto the deck, which is something that we wanted to do before. We won't be able to obviously pull on like really big ships, but some smaller boats, that will actually work out. We're going to have some tie-down points back here somewhere as well. And I think that will all be fine. I also want to add some like rope anchors to the front and stuff like that. I know something that a few of you guys have been asking for is rust on the hull. So I guess eventually we can do multicolors down there as well. I guess I'll just change the red into some sort of like more orangey red. And we'll just have like a few different types of color down there. That'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, so far the back of the ship looking pretty good. Alright, a random detail that will look kind of nice on here is actually deleting maybe that guy and that guy, this guy and this guy, all the way around. So essentially you end up with a line or two lines all the way around that are empty. And I'm going to show you guys really quickly a very fast tip to make little bumpers on your boat. So, if you've got a little flat area like this, you go ahead and delete those areas like we already have. You grab a bumper color. I don't know what the bumper color is going to be just yet. We're going to go with gray. And then essentially, you fill in all of the gaps with gray. So you'll see that we'll actually have all of these guys filled in, just like so. We're then going to do the same thing, obviously, down here. Fill them all in, all the way around. Come on, keep it going. Yep, there we go, including this one and those guys. And then all you have to do is re-add the thingamabobbies that you had before, but out one. There you go. So just do those guys all the way around there. I don't know if this is actually going to look good on this ship, but we'll see. Shove those guys around there, and then obviously these guys around here, just like this, and around there, just like that. So now we have some little bumpers. What we can also do, I guess, is actually have this continue down the side a little bit. Even backwards to like here, I guess? And I guess here. So you just send that backwards like that. This forwards like this. I don't know if that looks good or bad. It's interesting. It's definitely an addition. I don't know how I feel about that bridge, or actually the color of the bridge. I feel like it looks a little bit strange. Anyway, I'm chucking this in the water. We're getting rid of that. And I think if I add maybe a roof onto that, maybe it'll look nice. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, let's just go ahead and give it a go. I still don't know. I think once I add a little bit more detail to it, maybe it'll look better, but for now, I feel like it looks strange. Although, on the interior, we are actually able to see outside quite a bit, which is quite nice. I do think some roof lights might actually be quite nice too. but we'll see. But yeah, once we add, like, I don't know, maybe a mast and some lights and stuff like that up there, maybe it'll look way better. I'm not sure yet. Alright, so bridge sort of on, I guess. I've gone ahead and installed the mast, obviously. What we're going to do now is go inside and add an engine or two. Originally, I wasn't sure whether I was going to go for 1 engine, 2 engines, 3 engines, or what. But what I'm thinking is we go for 2 of these huge engines. We're going to go ahead and have 2. This is ginormous, by the way. We're going to have 2 of these engines. And we're going to have 8 cylinders all together. So if we go with 5x5, shove that on there. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. And that's it. There we go. So 8 cylinders all together. We have to have it be really powerful just to tow whatever we want. But this should be fine. We now need to add the prop shafts. We're actually just going to go ahead and add a pipe to this really quickly. I'm just going to send it in a straight line backwards. That's fine. And I'm hoping I can just go straight out here. But actually, I want it to be a little bit lower than this. Which could be a bit weird. Maybe. I don't really know. The other idea is we actually go to pivots. We grab ourselves a power pivot. And we shove it in there like this. And then the power can actually come out of here into a propeller. Which is interesting. It is very interesting. So if I go ahead and box that off like that. We can go ahead and paint this piece and paint these pieces. As well as that, and I guess all of this. There we go. Alright, very nice. And then maybe we can paint this guy. And this guy. Okay, right. Still a bit weird, but should hopefully be fine. I don't think I really like the way these look, but they should hopefully actually work, which is amazing. So we're going to leave them just like that, which is fine. Which also means we don't really need a rudder, because these guys are going to turn whenever we need to turn the ship. Okay, so I think we're at the point now where I sort of need to start testing it. One of these is going to turn the wrong way, and I believe it's this one on this side. So, what I'm going to do is add an inverter onto this guy. We're then going to add some gearboxes into here. I want to be able to change between, like, tow mode and just speed mode, I guess. And that is what we're gonna do. It might be time to start our engines. There we go. We've got the RPSs right there and right there. And the engines are not starting. Okay, great. So far, so good. I know exactly why they didn't start, and the reason being is because, well, the air and the exhaust are not actually attached to anything right now. So we're going to zoom this all the way up there. We're going to zoom this one all the way up there as well. But as we get to the top, obviously, this one's going to have to go sideways. This one's going to have to go sideways. And that'll be it. So pipes, here we go. Shove that guy onto there like so, and shove it up into there. Do this one, and do this one. And then attach this guy into here like this. Okay, I'm hoping now it will actually work. I don't currently have a fuel tank gauge, and I kind of need one. But we're not actually full of diesel right now either, so we'll see what happens. Let's go. Alright, so it should go past 2. Oh. Okay, that side's working, this side isn't. Okay, finally, I think this will be it. So as long as that gets to like 5, it's working. This is at 5 as well. Off we go. Our speed is currently 7, 8. Alright, that seems pretty slow. If I go ahead and change into high gear... Oh my goodness! 25? Yeah, that ends up actually propelling us quite quick. Oh, very quick. Alright, that's kind of insane. Alright, let's go ahead and return back to base. Awesome. So, something that I do need to actually check is how much diesel we currently have here. I'm going to assume not very much. Yes, not very much. We do have $125,000, so let's get the Unimog out, and we'll actually drive down to Holt Town really quickly, grab a full tank, and bring it back. We need diesel. 9,000 liters of diesel in our tank. There we go. And we're going to drive it back home, and that'll be great. Yeah, an extra 9,000 liters. That does mean we spent a decent amount of money on it, but that's the whole point, to be honest. We make money to spend it on diesel anyway. So let's go. Beep, beep, delivery! There we go. There we go. Excellent. We should be up to like 10,000 liters of diesel now, which is what I would call a decent amount of diesel. I think what I'm going to do, by the way, is just add a whole bunch of equipment in here real quick. And the main reason for this is just so that we can actually use the boat. It doesn't matter to me whether we actually have a proper interior or not. I just want the outside to look sort of right, and it kind of already does. So, that's good. Anyway, go ahead and attach that guy onto there, that guy onto there. I guess we'll actually just do these guys all the way across, that's fine. We're then going to get ourselves some of these guys, so 1, 2 of those. We're going to go with 2 of these guys, 1, 2. And we're obviously going to get some ropes as well, 1, 2. And I guess we're going to need some defibrillators, so we'll do 2 of those as well. There we go. That is a whole bunch of equipment that we might need. Yeah, I guess it's time to go now. Tell a lie. Actually, we're going to go ahead and just add some beds into here. We're just going to go ahead and chuck it in. We'll go ahead and shove this in the center. That's fine. There we go. That's going to be our bed. What we're going to do from there as well is have a way downstairs, because we currently need to actually go, or be able to get from up here down into here so that we can fix the engine if needs be. So, delete this guy right here. Get a hatch. There we go. We're going to grab it in this color. That's fine. We're going to get ourselves some ladders, and we're just going to chuck them on there. And I guess here, there we go. And that allows us to get down into the boat if we need to. Alright, that's it. That's all we're going to do right now. Obviously, it would be a good idea to add pumps into there, but I just want to sail around real quick. Okay, battery's right there. Fuel is right here. We currently have all of our fuel actually in the boat, which is not the best idea in the world, but it's what we've got. So, okay. Let's go, I guess. Okay, full speed ahead! Oh, this thing is fast. This thing is incredibly fast. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed real quick, because I actually want sort of a normal day to test this thing. Our speed is insane. Okay, our battery's fine. Our fuel is going down very fast. I did expect it to go down very fast, but still, that's not the greatest thing in the world. Anyway, let's return back home with our nice new boat. Yeah, we're gonna have to add a bunch of things to this, such as, we're gonna need rope anchors down there. We're gonna need buttons to actually control the winch. We're gonna have to add bilge pumps all the way around it as well. There's just a lot we need to do. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, I think. Fluid in on this side, fluid out on the other side. We're just gonna go ahead and add like 6 of these guys. I guess 5 on each side. On the other side, we're gonna go out here and we're gonna delete. Oh, are you serious? I need to lower them all down 1. Ugh. Okay. Oh, and then it can't go there, so it has to start here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Go to this side. Delete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha, there we go. Go to fluid ports and just chuck them in, I think. Grab them in the right color. Chuck this guy on there like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. On the inside, we're just going to go ahead and chuck them on here like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think that'll be fine. Right, so what I've done is I've lowered the amount of RPS that these engines can get up to, hopefully limiting the amount of fuel that they'll use, and also not allowing us to go crazy out of the water, etc. Alright, there we go. So limiting it has definitely slowed us down. What if I change gear? Oh, it doesn't like that. It doesn't like that. Alright, increase it. Oh boy, we've used a lot of fuel already. That's kind of insane. But our speed is set to around 20 now, so I would say that's a decent speed for this. If not even a little too quick, it's very fast. It is very, very fast. Anyway, there are currently no missions for me to do with it, are there? I mean, I could do this one. Well, I say I could do this one. I don't know if I could do this one, but we can definitely give it a go. Alright, we are on it. I feel like I might be a little bit late to be going to do this, to be honest. But we're just going to go for it anyway. The thing is, obviously, a lot of you guys will already know the issue that I'm going to have. The fact that that thing... Oh, you know what? It's very far underwater. That's one of the issues. I should have brought a diving kit. And then the other issue is that rope actually goes through things. It doesn't rest on things. So if I was to attach this straight down onto something and try and lift it up, well, it's just going to try and lift it through the boat, and clearly that's a bad thing. So what I'm going to attempt to do is to attach this onto whatever it is, start the boat driving forwards so it's getting dragged behind us, and then if it's getting dragged behind us, we should be able to lift it on board. That's what I'm hoping, anyway. You know what? I'm deciding against it. We're using far too much diesel for how fast and how close we're getting. I've accidentally deleted the speedo, but we know that's around 25 to 30. And this right here is the distance. And in fact, actually, now it's going down super fast. That is also going down relatively fast. But I think we'll make it. I'm just going to continue. This could be a really bad decision. Alright, guys. We've made it to where the thing is supposed to be. I feel like this is... yeah, it was always a terrible plan. Unless... I was going to say, unless that's it. But actually, no. There's no way... Oh, you know what? I can actually swim quite deep quite quickly. However, I am dying. Alright, yeah, that's not gonna work. That is not gonna work. I don't know why I came all the way out here expecting it to work. But okay, right. We've wasted some time. We've wasted some money. And I also don't know how to get back on my own boat. That's crazy. Alright, let's see if we can get on the back. Maybe that'll do it. Come on. Hey, nice. Yeah, it's way too deep out here for me to actually do anything, which is kind of annoying. So now I'm gonna have to travel all the way back home, which is gonna waste the rest of our diesel, which we don't really have very much of, but it is what it is. Alright, shove that in there, turn on the engines. Oh, hey, there we go, turn around, we're going back. Okay, that was really bad. Well, we made it home. So, let's go ahead and return it. There we go. And we need to do a lot of work on this thing. I took it out way too early, and that's not good. So, what do we need to do? Well, I need to paint this thing slightly differently, because it looks pretty ugly right now. I feel like it looks kind of ugly anyway, but... I don't know. Anyway, let's just go ahead and do a random amount of painting. And then we need to add a bunch of detail to this thing. And we also need to add things that'll make this thing work a little bit better. The other thing that I'm thinking is these engines are a little bit too big. And they use a lot of fuel. We don't need to go as fast as it currently goes as well. So I'm thinking... maybe we could run it at a lower RPS. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, what I want to do is get this color right here, and essentially I want to paint this line on the bottom. Instead of having an actual water line, I just want to get rid of it and paint it like this. There we go. The main reason for that is because at the minute it looked like we had too many lines on the side. So we've got rid of that one, and that should be pretty good. Many modifications later, and I still don't have a speedometer. Oh, I should have put that in there. Well, anyway, we've spawned it in, which means if I take it out now, we'll lose fuel. So I just want to go ahead and move. Here we go. Of course, there is a tsunami or something coming too. Okay, I think we're moving pretty nicely this time. Yes, okay. What I've done downstairs, I'll actually go show you. Let me go show you. So if I go down here, I've actually attached this side to this side. That means we can actually run the entire ship off of only one engine, which actually might mean that we can actually be somewhat efficient with it. So, I guess I do actually despawn it. We attach a speedo to it so we can actually see what's going on. And I think that'll be good. Yeah, so let's turn around and go back home. And we can figure that out. Okay, right, we've got the speedo up here now, so it's actually attached, and the other thing that we need to deal with is it would be very nice to be able to refuel and defuel our ship. So I'm just going to go ahead and add two hoses, or two hose connectors to around here, so that we can actually do that, which means if I go ahead and put a fluid port in there, just like this. There we go, that's good. We can then go ahead and put a pipe directly on top of that and send it up to here. And then what we need to do is add a hose connector directly on top of there. On this side, I'm going to go ahead and get a fluid port. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and chuck that in there like that. And the main reason for that is because, well, we need to allow gases to escape. So chuck that right there. Go ahead and chuck this guy right here. Add a gas thingamabobby, gas relief valve. And chuck that straight into there like that. There we go. So now if we need to, we can relieve it. Okay, right, good. Good. What I want to do as well is just add a dial. It doesn't matter that it's the same on both sides. That's fine. We're just going to go ahead and chuck that into there. And this is going to show us how much diesel is in the tank. Okay. Oh, I will say as well, the boat is a little bit off balance when you spawn it in. It is very nose down, which is... It's not really how you want the boat to be, but it is what it is. So, interior lights, nav lights, spotlights, turn everything on. Turn both engines on. Our speedo is now working. Awesome. Hopefully. Yep, the engines have started working as well. Let's go. And our speed, right off the bat, is 6. But if we go ahead and throttle up at the same time, our speed will rise to 9. Okay, that's pretty slow still. High gear. Whoa! Okay, right. It starts to struggle on high gear. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense. Alright. Hold on. Start the engine up again. There we go. And introduce some clutch. Okay. Slowly but surely. We're good. 50% clutch. It's not really how you drive a car. It's not really how you use an engine either, but it is what it is. Okay. So we're moving. Our engine RPS is 2. What? 2 RPS. Okay. Our engine temperatures are both fine. Alright. Yeah. I mean, it works. It does work. It's just weird. As you guys know as well, we are going to need to go get more fuel. So I'm currently in my fuel truck. We're going to drive back over to Holt Town. We're going to get a little bit more fuel and we're going to bring it back home. Because I need it. So, yeah. Aha! I thought this could be an issue. Because I spent so much money on fuel, I can't actually spawn in my my tugboat anymore. But that's okay. That is okay. We've actually got to a point now where this thing is almost ready to go, which is pretty good. But yes, we are going to need some extra money before we can actually do this. So let's go ahead and get into our plane instead. And fly out and do another mission because we need to. It's so weird that we're now in a plane. Today's video has been very random. We've been sort of all over the place. Obviously, I do want to get to a point where... whoops, press the wrong button. Where... Oh, no. I forgot about this place. We're going to have to climb a cliff. No, I want to get to a point where we actually go back and continue with the tanker. But at the minute, we are definitely not at that point. But I really want to get it finished. So don't worry, I haven't actually forgotten about the tanker. It's just that we need the money to sort it out. Also, I'm currently sort of... currently sort of hovering in my plane. This is bizarre. Okay, feather it. There we go, we're down. Okay. Alright, keep the nav lights on, turn off the engines. Let's go rescue a guy. I need this. I need this. I need this. And I'm out of here. Let's go. I don't know if I can climb that. Oh yeah, this is Stormworks. Of course I can climb up the cliff. Okay, continue climbing the cliff. We've only got to rescue one guy from here, which is kind of annoying. I like to rescue more than one guy because you get a lot more money for that, but I've not been here before. There might be crates. There's definitely fire, so let's go ahead and put out the fire first. There we go, run into it. There we go. Wait, is it not out? There we... Oh, ooh. Wait. Oh no, that's just a box. No! Okay, well, we're gonna have a look around, see if we can find some crates. We also need to find the guy, because I don't know where he is. Yes! Look at that! Bam! 10 grand! Excellent! Oh, now I don't even need to complete the mission. Yeah. Now, we need to find the guy. I think he might actually be in here. I don't know where, though. I hate going up these. This banister, by the way, is actually no clippable. You can just walk straight through it, so be careful if you go up here. Well, be careful on the way down. That's the more important part. Oh, there he is. Alright, come with me, you. Oh, I can't see anything anymore. Alright, I'll see you guys when I'm back on the plane. Okay, back on the plane. Let's go ahead and set the altitude hold. Go, 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 go! I don't know if we can take off with just altitude hold. Oh, it seems we can. Alright, and then turn on autopilot, and we will fly back home. Good. Hello there, Doctor! I have a delivery. Bam! There we go. 3 grand. Nice. So now, technically, if we fly home, we actually have enough money for our tug, which also means if there's a mission that requires our tug, we could probably do it. That would be great. That'd be so good. All right, I have $12,453, and that is with our tugboat. So technically now we can actually use this to go do a mission. I'm kind of excited, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so it sits in the water a little bit weird currently. Obviously, a lot of the weight is at the front. I have tried to counter that with a bunch of weight at the back, but I don't think I've added enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and just do this, and hopefully that's now enough to have it settle down correctly in the water. Let's go ahead and spawn it in. As it currently stands, that's fine. See, it still weighs a little bit too much at the front, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and jump across onto the boat. Can't really see very much right now, but that's fine. Go inside. Let's turn on all the lights. Aha! There we go. And now I'm going to go backwards, and we're going to go to sleep until we get a mission that this thing can maybe do. Oh, you know what this thing is sort of missing, which we could add? I might add a hose point somewhere back here so we can actually, you know, use a hose on the back of the boat. That would be pretty cool. And I might actually add a hose point towards the front as well. Now, you might think a cannon would be better, and maybe it would, but I think a hose is actually pretty good. So, let's go ahead and add a pump at the front and a pump at the back that allows us to use hoses to put out fires if we need to. Alright, so for this, we're going to need a large fluid pump. Yes, I only want to use, like, one, and that's fine. So let's go ahead and just chuck this here. Is this out? Yes, it is. So right here in the center, we need to add a fluid port, obviously. There it is. We're going to go ahead and paint, obviously, the bottom of that. That's fine. And then we're going to go ahead and pipe it to the center, which is just like this. There we go. And then pipe it straight up like that. There we go. I'm going to do that in white, you know. There we go. Feel like that's fine. And then I'm just going to go ahead and get a pipe. We're just going to go ahead and chuck it straight up from here. Don't know what's above us right now. I think we're good. There we go. Grab this pipe, shove it on there. And then we're going to go like this from here. Straight up to here. Delete this guy. Get ourselves a hose point. There we go. Chuck it on there. Get ourselves a button, which turns the pump on. And then we'll get ourselves a hose, which we can obviously use to put out fires. Alright, that's fine. There we go. That's like everything you need. Connect this guy down to there. Connect some electricity to the button, to the hose, and also to the pump. And that should work out fine. We're then going to do the same thing at the back. Alright, let's see if this one works. The one at the front, obviously, because that's where we are. Go ahead and attach it straight onto there. Go ahead and do this. No. Why doesn't it work? What's going on here? Oh, wait, hang on. It's R. I thought it was B. Okay, right, we're good. It does actually work. The back one works, and I'm going to go ahead and just assume that the front one works as well. Let's run over there, and... Boop, boop. Yes, look at that. Nice. I feel like this actually could even go further than the cannon. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we can actually get off the ship with this as well if we wanted to. And put out fires that way. Alright, good. So, now that we've got that situation, we are going to go ahead and go straight out to the sea fort fire in the boat. I don't know if this is a good idea, considering our fuel situation, but we'll see. Also, I want to see what it's like just using one engine. I know that seems weird, but yeah, that's what I want to do. So let's go ahead and throttle it up fully, and then clutch into halfway. Alright, so using one engine, this thing goes fast. Okay, high gear. Oh, Okay, right, that slows it down. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine. We need to sort out that gear situation. That's okay, though. Alright, so currently 14 or 15 meters per second using just one engine. Alright, let's zoom it to full. And there we go, 17. Excellent, yeah. I like the fact we can just use one engine. Nice. Wait a second. What's going on? This isn't even... Oh, wait, because it's going back into that engine, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and assume that that is not working. Like, the one engine on the right isn't actually on. Yeah, see, it's not doing anything, but because the RPS is going back through here into the engine, it's showing that it is doing stuff. That's weird. I didn't expect that to be the thing. Anyway, there's a tsunami, so I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, apparently there isn't a tsunami. Good. Okay. Okay. I think we've built something kind of cool. I need to paint these pieces right here because they're currently not painted. And we're just smooth sailing. This is crazy. I like it. Alright, here we go. First mission with the tug is kind of nothing to do with... Oh, you know what? We don't have any seats. We don't have any seats. Alright, that is maybe a problem. Anyway, we are here. Let's go ahead and turn off the engine. We're going to use the other engine on the way back, because the temperature of this one is 15, the temperature of that one is 76. Anyway, we need this. Let's go. Let's go. I was thinking maybe I would actually use the hose for this, but a fire extinguisher works pretty well in this situation. Also, I did say previously I'm going to try and do missions at daytime. However, it gets to nighttime pretty quickly in this game, and, well, by the time I got here it is nighttime, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this one during the night. But you guys know how it works. There is a fire, I'm going to put out the fire, going to rescue all the dudes, and we're going to go home. In fact, let's go ahead and put out the fire together, shall we? Yes! Fire. There's a lot of crates here, but none of them seem to be the ones that I can actually use. Yeah, none of them are the ones that I can get money from. But that's okay. Okay, first time reversing is going to be interesting, but here we go. So start the engine. Alright, yes, very nice. It should start in a second, there we go. And then if I shove it in reverse gear... Oh, nice. Whoa, this is cool. This is actually really awesome. Alright, it does sort of suggest that I only need one engine in this thing, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and, oh, you know what, I could actually bring them to here. Let's take them to a hospital ship nearby. That sounds like fun. Okay, I think, maybe? I don't know. Is this the hospital ship? Yeah, it is. Okay, right, so we are gonna go ahead and turn this off. Alright, yeah, you sound your horn all you want, buddy. Let's go ahead and pull up alongside, and we can drop off the dudes. Are the dudes? Yeah, there was 4 of them, right? I think. I don't know. Can't remember. Anyway, we're pulling up alongside the hospital ship. And I should probably tie myself to it. Somehow. But that's okay. Wait, is he stopping? Maybe he's stopping. Alright, so, drop this on the ground, grab this guy. We're gonna go ahead and tie ourselves to it right now. Oh, what? Hello? Why is he just leaving? This is not right. I was literally right there. Stop. Okay. We're back. If I can connect on quickly, that'd be great. So connect this to here. Hopefully that's good enough. I think it will be. Alright, so now we just need to grab the dudes. And realistically, I think I'm going to try and do it one at a time. Yeah, we'll deliver them one at a time. Here we go. First guy. Delivered. Okay. I'm doing it one at a time just so that I don't end up in a situation where somebody falls overboard and I can't do anything about it. Because that'd be bad. That'd be really bad. Oh, I almost fell overboard. Alright. We'll use the ladders. This is okay. Through the door. Look at all the dudes just laid down in beds. What are they doing? What are they doing? I might have to steal one of their patients, because that would be funny. Yeah, we're gonna be taking a patient. Okay. Whee! Alright, here we go. Deliver the next dude. Okay, 3 grand. And then the last guy, I think I need to heal up before I deliver them. So let's do that next. Here we go. Heal, heal. Come here, you. Okay, we're gonna go back this way. We're not tied on particularly well here. So I am trying to do this as quickly as possible. And delivered. Okay, we just got loads of money. That's great. That's really good. Boing! There we go. I need to disconnect myself from that boat. And that'll be great. Alright, well, anyway, on our way back home right now, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the boat for 1 and the series for 2. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.